morning everyone, this is Sam from Physio Central and this is Level 2 Pilates class. This is your 10th lesson since we've been doing the Pilates recorded sessions because of the COVID. So I hope you've been enjoying the sessions and off we go. Alright, starting with a warm-up in standing, feet slightly apart, knees slightly bent. Starting by bending the knees, lifting the hands up as you breathe in and breathe out. And repeat, breathing in and breathe out and repeat. 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and release. Hands on your hips, feet facing forward. We're sitting down on an imaginary chair and up. No need to bend too much. Keep an eye on your knees. Make sure the knees are not rolling in or out. Still facing forward. And just showing you in sideways, back straight as much as possible. And we're not squatting down too deeply, okay? First of all, we're still warming up those legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Point your feet out, and we're doing plies. So again, straight tummy, straight back as we slide down the imaginary wall behind our back, opening our groin, inner thigh as we go down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's turn our feet facing forward again. And again, we're going to bend those knees and this time lift the toes up the floor and lower. So I'll show you in sideways. So we're in this squat position, straight back, lifting our heels off the floor and down. 3, 4, really working our calf muscles. 5 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Alright, plie position again, so feet pointing out, knees slightly bent, elbows in your waist, open. Start feeling that you're opening up the shoulders, stretch both hands out and back in. And again, working with the breathing out and in. 3. So really now concentrate on those shoulder blades as you pull them down and in. No tension in the shoulders or neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your feet together. And we're lifting both hands up, shoulder level, palms facing the front of the room, chin down towards your chest. Bring your hands together. Imagine you're diving into the pool, curling your upper back. And open as you breathe out. Lift the chest up. Look up if you can. And again, breathing in, bringing your hands together, curling that upper back. Breathe out as you open. And again, breathing in, chin down towards your chest, curl your upper back, bring your fingers together. Breathing out, open, lift the chest up, and look up towards the ceiling. And repeat, work with your breathing in, breathing out, and again, breathing in, and breathing out, and release. Lift the left hand up towards the ceiling. Stretch that right hand down towards the floor as you stretch sideways. And change, breathing out. Slide that left hand sideways as you reach with the right hand across. And down. And let's repeat, lift that left hand up, slide that right hand down sideways. And change. And again, breathing out. Stretch and release. Feet slightly further apart. Bend the knees a little bit now. As we do the sideways stretch, going down towards the floor with the right, We're then going to do a really big circle with that left hand. So again, we go sideways and then down towards the floor and back up. Warming up our body, warming up our spines before our session. 2 more. Stretch and stretch and lift. Let's change hands. So I'm lifting the right hand up, sliding the left hand down towards the floor, then taking that right hand down towards the floor in a big semicircle, down towards the floor, up again. 3 more. Breathing out. Stretch. 1 more. Good. And release. All right, standing at the back of your mat, we're going to do a forward roll and going down onto the mat. So chin down towards your chest, slide your hands down, bend the knees and come in 4-point kneeling position. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And let's start by moving our hips back and forward. Try not to move the position of your hands. There's no need. As we take our hips back and forward. And feel that gentle stretch in your hip and lower back area. Again, work with your breathing. And listen to your body at this stage. So go as far as it feels comfortable. If it doesn't feel comfortable, probably it isn't right for your body or for you today. So a few more, moving that hip forward and backwards. Three more. 2. And last one. And let's go back in 4-point kneeling. So knees underneath our hips, wrists underneath our shoulders, shoulders relaxed. And from there we go into a tread needle, starting with the left. Left hand goes under, drop that left shoulder onto the floor as you breathe out. Breathe in, rotate, twist, and look up towards the ceiling on the other side. So let's do 5 on this side. Breathing out, thread a needle. Breathing in, rotate, twist, up towards the ceiling. And this gives you a really nice stretch in that upper back. This is one of my favorite exercises. So 4, and breathe out as you stretch. And last one on this side, breathing out, stretch. Breathing in, twist the other side. Good. Let's do the same with the right hand. Breathing out as you drop that right shoulder onto the floor. Breathing in as you twist up towards the ceiling. And repeating, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and breathing in. 2 more on this side. And breathing in. And last one, breathe out. And breathe in. Good. And release. From there, I'm going down towards the floor, keeping my hands really close to the shoulders, elbows close to my body, feet together on the floor. Head looking down towards the floor, but not resting on the floor. Breathing in to prepare. As you breathe out, you're going to really start pushing those hands into the floor as you push yourself up. Keep your elbows bent and really close to your body. Feel that you're really working your arms and also your shoulder blades. And then slowly go down towards the floor again. So notice that we're not moving our heads. And again, push into those hands, really push down to the floor. Keep the elbows slightly bent at all times. So try to avoid doing this sort of position. Elbows stay bent, so you're really working those arms. and the shoulders stay down, and you're looking down towards the floor throughout the whole exercise. And let's repeat. So again, working with the breathing, push those hands down, feel those arms working, and slowly lower down. And 4. And down. And let's do 4 more. Push those hands down. It's as if you're really trying to push the hands through the mat into the floor. 3 more. Push. Feel those arms working. And lower. And 2. And lower. And 1 more. And lower. Good. Right, turn over onto your side and let's do some hip work. So I'm going to lie on my elbow because this is comfortable for me, but you can lie on your arm like this, or maybe even with a pillow or a cushion between your hands and your head. So it doesn't really matter. Choose a comfortable position. I'm starting with the right leg on top, and we're going up towards the ceiling, not too high. Really making sure that you haven't twisted forward or back, so you're still straight here, and just some leg work here. And we're doing 20 on this side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring this leg forward, and now we're lifting the opposite leg. So we're lifting this leg up towards the ceiling. A little bit harder this exercise, working the inner groin. And most of us are not used to working this muscle. Okay, and again we're doing 20. Don't lift too high, there is no need. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, change sides. We're on your other side. So again, I remind you the position. So we're lying on the side, feet, knees, hips on top of each other. You can lie on the elbow like this if this is comfortable. Alternatively, you lie down completely flat. And you can even use a cushion or a towel under your head. So whatever feels comfortable. Starting with the side leg, so we're lifting, not too high, 20 reps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring this leg forward, out of the way. You can even choose to put it behind. For some of you, that might be a bit more comfortable. And we're lifting. In my case, this is the right leg. So the lower leg up towards the ceiling. Now using your inner groin, inner thigh. 20 repetitions. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's great. Well done. All right, turning over onto your backs. So lying completely flat. Let's start with a stretch. So let's place the right foot on the left knee. Bring that left thigh towards you. And give that right glutes a good stretch. And let's change sides. So left foot on the right knee. Pull that right thigh towards you. Stretching the left glutes now. And long stretches. Good, and lower. Okay, so starting in this position with the knees bent, first of all, check your neutral spine. So you might want to tilt your pelvis forward and backward and find your middle position, that's your neutral spine, where you're staying throughout the exercise. We're starting by doing an arm circle movement combined with a lifter, okay? So we're going to start with our hands at shoulder level. As we breathe in, we're going to take our arms behind our head, do a really big circle on the floor, and as we bring them in front of us, we're going to lift the head off the floor and hold. And then again, as you breathe in, lower your neck and shoulders down as you repeat. So that really big arm circle combined with a curl up. And repeat. So nice and slowly, as you do that big arm movements and the curl up. Breathing in as you lower down, and breathing out as you circle those arms and then lift shoulders and neck off the floor. Don't rush this movement, always hold for a few seconds. And lower, breathing in. And up as you breathe out. And repeat, breathing in as you go down towards the floor. Take your hands behind you. Reach with your hands as you breathe out. Lift head and shoulders off the floor. And lower. Let's do 5 more. Work with your breathing. 4. 3. 2. 1. And release. Good work. Hands by your side. Okay. So for the next exercise, we're going to go into the bridging combined with the curl up. So we're starting by flattening the spine, really flatten to the floor. Lift the hips up, curling the spine. And again from here, we're going to bring our hands shoulder level. And again, we're going to do that big circle behind our heads as we slowly lower the spine down. And again, as we reach forward into the curl up. So, as you go down, up into the bridge, big arm circle with your hands, start lowering yourself down, and curl up. And repeat. Okay, so I'll show you again. So we are flattening the spine, lifting the hips up as high as you can. Big arm circles, similar to what we've done in the previous exercise. As you lower yourself down, breathe out, and lift yourself up. And repeat. And bridge down as you lift the head and shoulders up. And repeat. And lower. So we are combining 2 exercises together, the bridging with the arm circles with a mini curl. And let's repeat 4 more. Bridging up, arm circles, lower yourself down, go up into a curl up at the last bit. And lower, and again, bridging. and 3 more. So this is a really nice exercise working our core and our glutes, but also giving us really nice mobility in the mid-back of our spine and of course our shoulders. 2 more, bridging, lifting, circling those arms, and finish with a curl up. Good, and release. Well done, good work. All right, from there, let's place our hands behind our head, and we're doing an oblique sit-up. So we're starting by taking the left knee into tabletop. So knee in line with the hip. As you breathe out, you're going to lift the head and shoulders off the floor, bringing that right elbow towards the left knee, stretching that leg away, and return. So let's repeat. Right elbow to the left knee as you stretch that left leg away. When you breathe out, breathe in, lower yourself down. So let's do same side. Right elbow to the left knee, stretch that leg, and lower. And 4. So this requires a lot of control. Of course, you need to make sure that you're using your abs and there's no tension in the neck and shoulders as you lift. You also need to keep an eye on the right knee, making sure it's really steady and not moving as you're doing this exercise. So 3 more on this side, breathing out. 3, 2, 1, and release. Change legs. So let's have the right leg on tabletop. As we breathe out, we'll bring left elbow to the right knee, stretch that right leg away, and back into tabletop as you lower yourself down. And breathe out, elbow to knee, and lower. And repeat. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, 8, and release. Well done. All right. For the next exercise, let's have our hands shoulder level with the palms on the floor. We're now lifting both legs up into tabletop. Again, before you continue, check that you are still in neutral spine. So there's still a little bit of curve under your back. You're not too flat, and this is comfortable. We're going to do the hip roll. So I'm going to turn my face to the left as I take both knees to the right side. This is a really small movement because we need a lot of control. And bring back to center. Now I'm going to look over my right shoulder as I take both knees to the left. Again, small movements where you're really using your core and more importantly, controlling. If this is too difficult, I suggest you do it with one leg. So one leg down and one leg in tabletop. All right, so looking over my left shoulder, taking both knees to the right, and back to center, and repeat on the other side. Breathing in as you return, breathing out as you roll those hips out. Breathing in as you return, breathing out. And a few more. And back to center. And let's do one more on each side. It's quite challenging on the tummy, this exercise. Let's do one more towards the right. Look over your left shoulder. And towards the left, look over your right shoulder. Good. And release. Bring your knees towards your chest and give them a good, really nice stretch. And maybe even rock your back from side to side. And breathe out. Place both feet on the floor now. Keep your hands exactly as they were, so shoulder level, palms facing down. With the feet on the floor now, dropping the knees to your left. Bring that right knee as high as you can and look over your right shoulder. And let's do the same on the other side. So I'm taking both knees to the right as I look over my left shoulder. And then the top knee, that's the left one in my case, goes a little bit higher. And that should give you a really nice stretch in your lower back. And hold. Good, and release. Let's do one more on each side. So dropping the hips down, bringing the top knee even higher. Look over your opposite shoulder as you breathe out. And the other side. So again, drop, stretch, and hold. Good, and release. Ah, that feels really nice on the lower back. Okay, good. Hope you feel well. It was quite challenging on the core today. We've done some nice exercises combining movements together, and I hope you enjoyed it. In the meantime, stay safe and hope to see you at the clinic very soon. Take care.